Hey, Tubies! It's Psychic Bob. Well, welcome to Sunday. You know what time it is? It's 8 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. It's probably 7 Central, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific, 1 a.m. London time. And you know what that means? It's time for the witching hour. Yay! Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. Well, you know, Psychic Bob getting his witch on. I got my witch hat on. I got on my purple cord. I got on my big pinnacle shirt. I got little charms on. I'm wearing a black crystal and a little pinnacle and a goddess. Tell you, Psychic Bob is in witch mode today. Y'all just better look out because Psychic Bob all wound up. I might pick up my wand and do some mojo. Anyways, besides being crazy, I'm not alone because I got some other great crazy people with me today. And I think our Lord Guardian is here. Lord Tony, do you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. We're gonna have a great one for you, so enjoy.
Yay, welcome. And look who's with us in high fashion as always, Lady Carol.
Hi, everybody. I hope you have a great time tonight. We're going to work up some magical energies, so get ready for the ride.
That's right. You're right. Well, you know, today we're going to be doing our Beltane ritual. By the way, guys, hold on a second. I want to get our chat room going over here. We probably have some people in chat, and we got to give a few shout outs tonight, you know. So hold on just a second. Bear with me because, you know, when I have to run all this technical stuff by myself, I get pretty challenged by it. You know what I'm saying? So Psychic Bob's working to get a little more proficient with the technological stuff. But sometimes it's just a challenge, and that's just the way it is, you know. So here we are. Looks like we already got people gathering in the chat room tonight. Oops, hold on. I just lost my screen. All right, so let's see who we got here in the chat room. Psychic Bob's half blind. All right, looks like Gav is here all the way from London. Gav says hi to Lord Tony and Lady Carol. Kimaya 63 is here. Yay, Dionysus Ortiz is here. Christian the Man is here. Christian Druid 1313 Clifton's here. ELJAOP is here. Montcalm Horror's here. Kathy Private's here. Yay. Well, it looks like we got a nice little turnout here. I know there are more in there. I'm not seeing all of you. BJ Drives here. Melanie Milner's here. Hey, Melanie, good to see you. Star White's here. Yeah. Julio Irizarry is here. That's a cool name. I like that. Well, guys, welcome. Welcome to the Witching Hour. You know, we're doing a special night tonight because what we're going to do is we're going to be celebrating Beltane. Now, we're going to do that in just a little while, but I want to tell you, if you don't know what we're doing, we are a Wiccan order, and we are an eclectic Wiccan group of solitaires. We're the Order of the Purple Cord. And Lady Carol, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Order of the Purple Cord?
I'd love to. Well, the Order of the Purple Cord is basically a bunch of people who come together and we share, you know, like minds. We have our own opinions about certain things, and you know, we help each other spiritually, emotionally, witchily, if that's an actual word. You know, we share what we've learned so far in the craft, and we help as many people as, you know, we possibly can that are learning. You know, it's just a never-ending road. I mean, we come across brand new people and welcome into the family. I mean, you know, we're not exactly a coven like most people would think, but we are a family. And, you know, we support one another. We, you know, just all get along. We don't fuss or fight or any of that like most groups would. And we, you know, try to be there for one another.
Absolutely. Thank you, Carol. That is true. You know, the Order of the Purple Cord is, as Lady Carol said, we're not like a traditional Wiccan order in that we don't have a lot of structure and rules and you must. We're a group of free-flowing people. Our symbol of unity is our purple cord. And Lord Tony, you got on your purple cord tonight too. Why don't you show everybody your cord?
Yeah, after I poke myself in the eye with it.
Oh no, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I can't see, but I'm fine. Yeah, this is my purple cord. Basically, all I did with this is I took 14 feet of paracord, split it up into 3 pieces equally, and just did your standard braid. Each end of it tied in a knot and then sealed it off to keep the ends from fraying. I just took a lighter to them and melted them all together. It's never going to break. And that basically it signifies our bond to all of our members of the order. So that's pretty much it.
That's wonderful. Well, unlike Lord Tony, Psychic Bob is not as organized. My ends of my cord are all frayed. That looks like my nerves some days, doesn't it, guys?
Everybody's nerves. You're carrying the weight of all of us.
I'm carrying everybody's nerves. Lord Tony got his act together. Psychic Bob, well, not so much, but hey, we're trying. But Lord Tony's really right here. You know, part of joining the Order of the Purple Cord is that we only have really 2 rules in our coven. One is that you abide by the Wiccan Rede. And Lady Carol, what's the Wiccan Rede?
Harm none, do as you will.
There you go. Every member has to memorize. That's the only requirement. Know that rule. And the second requirement is to, what's the second requirement, Lord Tony?
Do as Bob says. Nobody gets, no, not that one this time?
No.
Oh, you must make your purple cord.
There you go. You got to make the cord. That's right. So everybody wants to be a member. Member in our order is free. And like Lord Tim said, you got to make a cord. So we made all of our cords out of paracord. Now, you don't have to do paracord. You can use yarn. You can use thread. You can use silk ribbon. I don't care what you do. But we find paracord's a really great thing to make the cord from. Is Lady Carol's your cord from paracord?
Actually, mine's more of a silk. Let me put a little bit of light on it. It's actually silk cord. And of course, mine has to be different because I'm the glamour witch of the group. And what my cord represents is everything that is in the universe, actually. There are witch symbols on here. There's angelic symbols on here. There's fairies on here. And since I am a keeper of the sacred staff, I use this cord as well to help bind the group together as one. So I carry a lot of all the wishes and prayers and things like that. Of course, Lord Tony is a healer. I give him that right. I can't heal my own toe. But yeah, my cord is out of like a satin kind of ribbon. So, I mean, if you can't just, run out and find purple paracord, there's other alternatives. If you just want to make a yarn one, you can do that as well.
Yeah, in fact, I have a smaller one. I don't have it here today, but it's made of yarn as well. And you can just go to your local craft store and buy purple yarn. Now, also like Lady Carol's cord, which I think is a really great example, is that you can put other things in your cords that are symbolic to your journey as a Wiccan. And it can have other colors mixed in, but the predominant color should be purple within the cord. So that's one of our requirements. And Lady Carol, I'm crazy about your cord. I think that's wonderful.
I still have to make one for your mom.
Oh yes, yeah. We'll talk about that for sure. Mom's been asking about the OPC. I think she's getting her witch on.
Oh yeah.
I got to give a few shout outs here. Moonface, hey, Moonface, good to see you. Montcalm Horror's here. Hey, Mama Bird's here. Ashley McKenzie's here. Euphoria's here. G-Dog's here. Just Mandy's here. Chilled Fox is here. Oh my gosh, we got a great crew gathering here. This is so much fun. I'm so glad you guys are with us. And we're having a great time tonight. And for those of you who are just tuning in, we are going to do in just a little while a Beltane ritual. Now, if you don't have tonight's ritual, go over to our Facebook page. Where is it, Lady Carol? What's our Facebook?
Order of the Purple Cord.
Order of the Purple Cord on Facebook. You'll see this. Just scroll down a little bit. You'll find it. You can cut and paste it and print it out. Or I don't know how if you just print out Facebook page. I don't really print off of Facebook, but All our orders there. It's a small order. It's like 4 or 5 pages. So it's 4 pages long. And just print it out and have your ritual. Now, what we're going to need for the ritual then, which we are going to do in just a little while. I want to give some time so people can get stuff together. But all you need is a glass of water. Okay, we're keeping this real simple. I've got a glass of water here. And then you need a piece of paper. So just get a piece of printer paper or notebook paper, and then a pen to write with. And if you have magic markers or crayons, you can do that as well. And that's all you need for tonight. We're going to get into that. Now, before we get into all this ritual stuff, though, I want to first of all kind of bring up something here. We're going to take care of some order business, okay? For those of you because are part of the court order of the Purple Court. Every Sunday we gather here, and it is a fun show for the witching hour, but it's also a gathering time for the Order of the Purple Cord. So members of our order oftentimes come and join us on Sunday night for the witching hour. So it's for the order, but it's also for fun too. But tonight I want to talk just a little bit about some order business. Lady Carol, I don't want to put you on the spot here, hon, but I'm going to tell about something if I have your permission, some stuff we talked about.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Well, Lady Carol, as you know, by the way, we're so glad she is back with us. She has been through, for those of you who may not have been here for a while, Lady Carol's husband passed away about a month ago, and it's been devastating. Lady Carol, in the wake of her husband's death, has found herself in a very precarious financial position. The social services have denied her access to funding that she should have had as a right of death passage of her husband. There's been untold medical bills, and now her mortgage company is really harassing her. Unfortunately, the insurance companies are delaying benefits and payout. And in the meantime, Lady Carol's in a tight spot. Lady Carol, I don't mean to embarrass you, but I've just got to be straight up. Lady Carol is being literally hounded by people that want to threaten to literally take her house away. And I was hoping that members of the order would help me to make some contributions to Lady Carol. So many of you were so kind to help with her funeral expenses for her husband's passing. But as I can tell you, as somebody who's lost a close relative, death is so expensive. When my father died, I was amazed at how many people showed up at my mother's door wanting money for this and that. It was very shocking to all of us. And Lady Carol, I don't think anybody could prepare for this. Even though she's got insurance money and funds that came in, it's all literally gets dried up within like literally 5 minutes. So I am asking you, as the High Priest of the Order of the Purple Cord, if tonight you would consider making a donation to Lady Carol. We're trying to raise $700 for her. And, really in the big scheme of things, $700 is not a fortune. It's not the end of the world. But we've decided to, last time we used, what was that site? GoFundMe. We don't want to use that anymore because they took such a large percentage. It really dented her earnings. If you would like, and you feel in your heart, you would like to reach out and help Lady Carol in our attempt to raise $700, we're asking you to make a direct donation via PayPal to her. And they can send that to thegreencrone@gmail.com. I have her email, that exact email, in the box below. So if you go to PayPal and you want to make a donation, whatever you can do, $10, $20, $30, I know some of you out there can donate $100. If we got 7 of us together to give $100, Lady Carol would get her house out of foreclosure, and she'd be back on the track to getting a little, things moving in the right direction and the cash flow. Hopefully in the next few months, Lady Carol will get some of this sorted out. But in the meantime, she's in a really tight spot. And Lady Carol has done so much to serve the order. We really love her. She's on the Council of Elders. She's a witch of many years' practice, and she gives us all so much wisdom. And so I am asking you, in fact, I'm begging you, can I come up with $700 for her if not tonight, at least during this week? I know some of you may say, well, I have to wait a few days. I get paid. That's okay. But can't, think about tonight if you can make a decision to help us, because we really need this. I'm not making any money off this. This is not for Carol to go shopping and live a luxurious life. This is to literally keep her house out of foreclosure. Her husband and her worked hard to buy a house, and literally about 2 months after they moved there, he was diagnosed with terminal cancer and died. So this has been a big blow, and she's reeling from it financially, emotionally, in every which way. And I think as witches, we can come together and do some good in the world. So I invite all of you to consider doing whatever you can. Maybe you can't give $100. Maybe you can give $20. Hey, if we got 10 people to give $20, that'd be $200. And we get 3 people to give $100, we're up to, what's that, $500. We're almost to $700, and it doesn't take a lot. As I said, I know some of you out there are rolling in the money. Don't lie, we know, and you can help us. So please, will you be generous? Please go to PayPal and send it to her directly. Send it as a gift from a friend or family. That way she doesn't have to pay a charge on that. So make it to thegreencrone@gmail.com. Go below this box. Her email is down there at the bottom. Cut and paste that into PayPal. The reason I say that is with PayPal, if you type the wrong one in, it might go out and go to somebody else and you can't get it back. Do you know one time I sent money to somebody and went to the wrong account and they wouldn't give it back? And PayPal said, we can't help you. So just cut and paste it. That way it'll go to the exact account. You won't make a typo. Anyways, guys, I thank you for listening to this. And normally we wouldn't ask this, but it's a truly desperate situation. And I thank all of you for your support.
And I thank everyone that helps me, because, me and my husband, we struggled for months to get this house. We literally built this house with our own 2 hands. It's a habitat home. So if you know anything about habitat, it's a group build. But we literally had to put our blood, sweat, and tears into this. And with him being gone, I don't want to lose my home. I really don't.
And we don't want you to lose your home, Lady Carol. I know that our order has enough power within it to manifest. If you're somebody say, well, gee, I want to donate to this. I really love Lady Carol. I don't have any money. Then why don't you do a ritual spell this week to manifest enough money so you have a little bit you can give away? The spirit world's not going to ignore that. They're not going to ignore that. So please, if you have any questions, contact me or contact Lady Carol, and we'll help you with that. If you don't know how to work PayPal, it's very simple. You go to PayPal and it has a thing. It's under money and it says send money. And you click on that and it'll say, give us an email. And you paste Lady Carol's email. And what's your email again, Lady Carol?
thegreencrone@gmail.com.
There you go. Simple as possible. I know we can get $700 for Lady Carol this week. I beg you, I ask you, because nobody who serves the Wiccan community should be made homeless. And unfortunately, there are a lot of politics that are going on in the background. We won't get into all that, but there are a lot of politics with the local government and the mortgage company and things that are causing this crisis. And anyways, we hope that you can help her get over the hump and get on her way. Okay. So I thank you. I love all of you. So anyways, I thank you for listening to that. Now, on to happier things. And Lady Carol, next week we'll be celebrating because we're going to have you back on the good path. Okay. But I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about Beltane as well and what all that means. And excuse me, I've been drinking a Coke here. I had a drama teacher always said, never drink a soda and then do a public performance. And see, I didn't listen. Now I'm burping. Anyways, I hope you'll forgive me. Not trying to be rude. But we're at Beltane, and we actually had Beltane, just a few days ago. And what was it, April 31st or May 1st? You know, depends on when you. I always celebrate the April 30, excuse me, or May 1st. And anyways, last week we didn't have time to do a ritual, but I said this week we'll do it. Now some people are gonna say, well, say goodbye. We can't do it. It's not Beltane. Oh, listen, I believe, and Lady Carol, you'll back me up on this. The Sabbats aren't just really one day. Yes, we have a day where the power is the focus of it, but it's power that starts on that day that continues for a season. So we're really in Beltane season. Wouldn't you agree, Lady Carol?
Oh yeah, yeah. The energies that are built up from that day, they carry over, and you know you can always tap into that energy. It doesn't have to be one particular day. Like some people say, oh well, it was Christmas last week, Christmas is over. That doesn't have to be. You can carry that spirit throughout the year. It doesn't have to be over because the day ends according to the calendar.
Absolutely.
And as witches, we have to remember that energy is always waiting for us to tap into it.
Absolutely. And Lord Tony, wouldn't you agree that the powers of Beltane are still present? I mean, we can tap into that, can't we? Do you feel that as a guardian?
I don't see why we couldn't. You know, it's everyone's, you know, between celebrating Beltane and celebrating May Day, all the rituals are still going on. I'm sure there's plenty out there that are still doing them and celebrating. So I don't see why we couldn't do it as well.
I'm so agreeing with you guys. And you know, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all of you who came out tonight, you know. And oh, that's nice. Dionysus Ortiz is supporting you, Lady Carol, and keeping your home. And Maud Matilde is saying she knows how you feel. Her son and her are on the verge of starvation. Maud, I'm so sorry you're suffering too. You know, right now there's a lot of challenges. But you know, this Beltane is a time when we can gather power. Beltane is a time, well, from the historical Wiccan viewpoint or pagan viewpoint, Beltane is a holiday where the lady is awakened finally from her rest. Back at Imbolc, the lady gave birth to the sun. And after that, she kind of really rested. It took a lot of energy. And now that we're here at Beltane, the lady is fully awakened. She's come into her power, and we see the green earth manifesting her life force now. And the sun has grown to maturity. Now, in Wicca, the lady's son changes and becomes her lover. This is not incest. This is symbology of the transformative life force that goes on around the world. And so the interplay of the male and the female divinity, the deities, is not incestuous nor literal, but symbolic of the greater forces at work. So, because somebody wrote to me a letter once and said, oh, I don't want to be part of your religion. That sounds incestuous. It's nothing to do with incest. But the God is present and manifests in many forms and ways. And now he and the goddess unite and become one. And from their union, more life will flourish. And if you look around, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, we're starting to see a lot more life manifesting. Trees are blooming, flowers are blooming, the grass, where I live, the grass is becoming a rich emerald green, shamrocks are growing. I love it. I think we have as many shamrocks where I live as they have in Ireland. Is there anybody in the chat tonight from Ireland? I'm curious if you guys have a lot of shamrocks. I've been out and I'm seeing entire fields of shamrocks here. I said, this looks like I live in Ireland. But see, there right now, we're tonight going to celebrate that life force because it's a time of power. And Lord Tony, you know about the power of this time of year, don't you? You're seeing it where you live, I imagine, too.
Yeah, between the weather and, you know, our weather can't decide what it wants to do, but I'm going to say the power of spring is forcing its way through now, and we're not getting that bad weather anymore. Everything's turning green, flowers are coming up, which is nice. We got the front of our house and then the back of our house is nothing but tulips and orchids. So those are finally starting to come up now too.
How beautiful, you know. And
Actually,
where you live, what are you seeing where you are?
well, right now, we had a big thunderstorm roll through. But my grass is greener than it ever was. And, you know, I've got plans for planting my garden outside. And, you know, I've already got all my seeds and stuff ready to go. But I do have something I wanted to show you. Speaking of the Lord and Lady, bear with me, guys.
All right. Oh, we got a revelation here, guys. Look at this.
I don't know if you can see them, but I want to introduce you to the Lord and Lady.
You got life-size statues.
Yes, I do. And I've redone the altar. And as you can see, they're at the altar. And they're going to be part of the ritual tonight.
They're beautiful. Lady Carol, can you tilt the camera so we can see the lady a little more? Oh, there you go. Okay.
And if you haven't noticed, Bob, I kind of worked on the star. Now you can see the entire ring around it.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, you got to talk, Lady Carol.
Yeah. What I've done, it's kind of hard because my camera won't go that far. What I've done with him is I've created him in his full form to match her. And she, of course, holds the sacred staff at this point. And he is, you know, presenting himself to her. And the altar is kind of like a table of joining for them right now. See if
they look like they're madly in love with each other.
Yeah, and that's the point. Because at this time, now, you know, the union begins. So he's full and mature as, you know, any young male. And of course, she's in her spring mode, which is our maiden aspect. So now it's the joining that comes along with Beltane.
I love this. So beautiful. Gav Hines just said, well, everybody's saying they love the statues. Thank you, guys. Gav Hines says, brilliant, Lady Carol. And you can dress them according throughout the year.
Yes.
Isn't
but I wanted to surprise you guys with that so that you would know that whenever we have our rituals, we will have the Lord and the Lady with us.
Thank you so much for sharing that. They are beautiful. Well, see, the Lord and Lady are truly present with us tonight. Well, guys, do you think we're ready to start our ritual?
I am.
Lord Tony, are you ready?
Let's go for it.
Before we get in this, I need to explain what everybody's roles are here. Lord Tony is our Lord Guardian. Lord Tony, you want to just tell them a little bit about your role as Guardian of the Order of the Purple Cord?
Yeah, basically, I help keep our rituals safe by bringing in spirits, bringing in the angels. We help maintain the energy around the circle and keep a lot of the bad influences away from it, so that our rituals will go the way they're supposed to go. I'm also the keeper of the sacred sword, and that's over here by my side as well. So,
yay! And Lord Tony's going to have those with us tonight. And Lady Carol, as I mentioned earlier, you are the guardian of the sacred staff. Do you want to just tell them a little bit about that?
Yes. As my position of guardian of the sacred staff, what my primary job is to bring us together as one. The sacred staff represents the earth in her natural form, and the sacred staff would be the tree, and our joining would be her roots and her branches. So as the branches and the roots stem out, they link to other trees and other branches. So it can literally go all over the world and bring us all together in spirit.
Ah, that's so beautiful. And you know, speaking of all over the world, the Order of the Purple Cord is an international order. We have many people here from different countries. We got a lot of followers in Britain. I know Gav is here tonight with us from Britain and a few other people. And we have followers literally throw a dart at a globe and it'll land in a country where one of our members are. So we're truly all about being all over the world and sharing our magic and our power. And so when we do our rituals, I want you guys to conceptualize that we are forming an etheric link, a circle. We're all united. As for the other members of the order, tonight she's not with us, but our other officer is Lady Angela. And Lady Angela is our high priestess of the order. And she usually is here to help lead ritual, but she's away this weekend doing some errands and some chores she has to do. So Lady Carol is going to be stepping in the role of high priestess tonight. I am the high priest of the order. And in addition to being a high priest, I am the keeper of the sacred chalice. And so I honor the goddess energy through keeping the chalice, with which I do daily libations and offerings as a prayer for the order. And tonight I have actually numerous chalices, but tonight we're going to use this beautiful emerald green glass one in honor of the springtime energy. So we're going to have that tonight with our ritual. Now, I hope you guys have gotten your ritual. And again, all you need for this ritual is a glass of water, a piece of paper, and a pen. Or if you want to use crayon or magic marker, that's fine. And what we're going to do, we're going to cast a circle on the etheric plane. So I'm going to lead us through a brief meditation. And then when we come back, we're going to go into the ritual. So I want everybody to get into a place where you can just settle down and close your eyes and join us through a visualization. So just put down your keyboards for just a little while and everybody get comfortable. And we're going to just start by closing our eyes. And as we close our eyes, let us follow our breathing just gently in and out. And as we follow the breathing, I want you to slowly just let go all the tensions of the day. I want you to breathe out all the tensions. See it exiting you like black smoke coming out of your mouth. As if you're smoking, release that black smoke. And I want you to try to visualize that in the room that you're sitting in, try to see in front of you a little ball of glowing golden light floating in the air. And I want you to see that ball of light become larger and brighter. Let it form into a glowing circle, almost like a round window, in fact, like a portal. And I want you to see that circle now elongate down into an ellipse form. And let that form into a perfect rectangle of light, touching your floor and going up 5 or 6 feet. And as you sit and look into that rectangle of light forming in the room, you now realize that an etheric door is opening. And you can walk through that. And as you're sitting in your chair now, looking at that door, you start to notice that not only do you see golden light, but you can see an image in the light. It looks like there's a field through that doorway. You can see it as if it's a door to the outside. And I want you now to, in your mind's eye, rise from your chair, not physically. Stay your body in your chair. You're going to rise in your spirit mind. And I want you to walk through that to that door and just get to the edge and look in. And you can see that it's a door into a different world of rich emerald green grass. Maybe there are clovers there and some small flowers, sorcerer's violet perhaps. And you can feel the cool night air. It's nighttime through that door, and you can feel the cool night air coming through. It's beckoning you. And so you step through that door. And as you step through that door, you feel the cool grass on your feet. And now I want you to look down to your feet and realize that you're barefoot. Don't let this alarm you. This is a natural state for a Wiccan. But as you look at your feet, you notice that at your ankles, There's the hem of a beautiful black robe, a simple, sleek black robe. And you notice now you're dressed in a beautiful black robe, and tied around your waist is a beautiful purple cord hanging down long. And you notice that this robe is long sleeved, and it gives you just enough warmth so you're not cold in the night air. And maybe there's a hood on your robe. You may want to put the hood up just to feel enclosed in the robe a little bit. And as you now start to walk across this field, feeling that grass beneath your feet, you notice above you a beautiful, shining full moon, bright silver. And it's the only light in this field. It's casting a glow down. And as you look around, you see other people now in the field with you, also in black robes with purple cords around them. These are your fellow coven members, the members of the Order of the Purple Cord. And now we are all gathering in this beautiful open field under the silver moon. In the middle of the field sits a beautiful altar. And on the altar is some beautiful green and white candles, symbols of the Lord and Lady. And on the middle of the altar, you'll notice a gleaming silver chalice filled with water. Sitting next to the altar on the ground is also a cauldron with some flames now coming out of it, just enough to illuminate us a little more and warm our circle. And so we all gather in a beautiful circle now. Just take your place in the circle. Walk up, and as you look to your left, you see some people, and to the right, and greet those around you. Say, welcome, brother, welcome, sister. And let them welcome you. And as you look, you'll see Lord Tony over on one side of the circle. And he has his sword in hand. And he has it raised to the night sky, invoking a blessing. And if you look around, you see Lady Carol standing with her staff in hand. And as you look around, you see me approaching the altar. And I pick up the beautiful silver chalice. And again, I lift it in blessing to the lady. And with our blessings offered, we gather now back into our circle. So we're one seamless circle. And as we stand in our circle, I want you to visualize a beautiful beam of blue light passing through you from your right side to your left side. And you can see this flash of light going around us all now, passing through us and surrounding us. And this is the etheric light of the spirit forming our circle. And so we call in our quarters, east, south, west, north. We call now the sacred circle forth. We have created a space out of time and a time out of space. May we be at peace with our deities. And so as we join the circle, we feel the light and we look and see the literal glowing circle that we stand in now, filling us, enlightening us, nourishing us. And know that the Order of the Purple Cord has gathered now on the etheric planes. And know that you can be in two places at one time, that even though you are physically in your chair, you are also at this place of gathering. For the spirit mind can be in two places at once, and there is no conflict. Now, once you feel, I want you just to take a few minutes and feel yourself still standing in the circle. Look around, see the beautiful black robes and beautiful purple cords. Feel that grass, look at the moon, see the flaming cauldron. See Lord Tony's sword with the silver light of the moon glinting off of it. See Carol's staff with the soft, smooth wood reflecting the moonlight. See me again holding the chalice with the silver light of the moon reflecting. And know that you're in a place of safety and peace and joy. Now, know that you can be here and yet back in your physical. So I want you to slowly just shift your consciousness. Don't leave the circle, but shift your mind back to your physical body. And when you're back, you can open your eyes and you'll be here as well. And remember, you're still in the etheric circle and you can be in both. And when you're back, Just take a moment, reorient yourself. Lady Carol, will you begin our ritual tonight?
Yes. Our circle of light aligns with the growing light of the Sun Lord, who unites with the goddess to bring life to the earth. We call forth the ancient people of the Fae to help us awaken the mysteries unfolding around us now.
Let us lend our energies to the growing light. Let us participate in creation of new life, both on earth and in the world of spirit.
As the Lord and Lady rejoice in the renewal of life, let us now generate a new creation. See in your mystic vision a beautiful tree, plant, or flower. See it forming, growing, and coming into life. I want everybody to take a silent moment and close your eyes. And you can be back in that etheric circle and see before you in your magical self that new plant, whether it's a tree or a flower or a plant. See it grow in front of you. Maybe it's a potted plant you hold. Maybe it sprouts out of the ground where you're standing. Let's just do that just for a moment. And when you have that vision, try to sense the texture of the leaves. Try to smell the plant. What does it smell like? Can you smell the flowers? Does it have flowers or leaves? Touch it now with your eyes closed. I want you to touch it physically. Feel it. It may feel cool to the touch as you're in the night air. Think about what that plant feels like. And know that in this plant is true power to connect you to your higher self and to the world of the spirit. Feel it, sense it, and see it now. And now that you've taken a moment, I want you to again shift your consciousness back to this realm, the physical realm. And open your eyes and bring that memory with you from the etheric plane. And Lady Kira will lead us again now.
Let yourself now capture that image on the paper before you. Let the spirit channel through your hand to bring forth a new creation.
So taking your pen and your paper, I want you to draw that image of what you saw in the spiritual world. Just take a few minutes. I'm going to work on my drawing, and you should too. Don't worry if you're not a great artist. Just capture the energy of that. Feel it and know that you're bringing from the etheric realm that energy into this drawing. Now you don't have to make it colorful. You can do it black and white or pencil. I'm using color just because I had some color pens here, but you don't have to do that. Just make your image something that speaks to you. Don't be frustrated if you can't capture it perfectly. The spirit world knows what you're doing, and it will help you. But as Lady Carol has said, let that energy channel through. Just relax and bring that image through now. All right. As I said, this doesn't have to be complex. Keep it simple. Okay. Do we have our drawings? I think we're about there. Lord Tony, do you have your drawing complete?
Yes.
All right. Well, Lord Tony, I'm going to ask you now to continue our ritual.
All right. We invoke the ancient guardians now to protect the new life that is forming all over the world. May the Fae people also be renewed in body, mind, and spirit. May the Fae be protected in their mission to renew the earth and give worship to the Lord and Lady of the verdant earth.
So mote it be. And now, for those of you who have a glass of water, join with me. I'm going to raise the sacred chalice that is filled with water. As you can see, there's water in it. And join with me in this prayer. We call now the Lord and Lady and all the Fae to grant their blessings to this water. May this water now be filled with light and life, that it will renew all that it touches in body, mind, and spirit. I'm going to trace a pentacle over it. So mote it be. Just feel that power going through your water now. This is the water of life. Lady Carol, would you like to continue?
Let us now anoint ourselves with this holy water.
Sprinkle yourself now, guys, with the water. Let yourself be blessed. I'm going to trace a pentacle on my forehead. All right. Lord Tony?
This water is our shield of light, nourishing and protecting always. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
May this holy water bring life to our vision. Let all our channeled images begin to work magic in our lives. By this water, our images are given life. So mote it be.
So mote it be. Now what you want to do is take your water and just a little bit sprinkle it on that paper with your picture. Don't ruin your paper, just a little bit. Just sprinkle some of that on it. This is my image I've just consecrated. And so holding up my sacred image, I say, let us unite in a new creation. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Our images are living images, the sacred icons that carry the life of spirit within. Each day, we can draw life energy into our lives and see our goals manifest.
Let us commit now to honoring all life, plant, animal, mineral, and human.
May all life be under the guidance and protection of the vibrant Sun Lord and Green Lady of the Earth.
We are one with the Lord and the Lady, and with all life. So mote it be.
So mote it be. So guys, what you want to do is, these images are consecrated. Don't worry if you're not a great artist. I'm not a great artist either. But it's not how good your art is. It's about the power that you've invoked. And so this image is a magical talisman. It is a source of power. And as we go through this Beltane time, keep this near your altar. You might want to frame it or prop it up somewhere, put it on your refrigerator. Keep your image with you and let that remind you of the power we've invoked tonight. And let that go with you into the world. Maybe in the coming days, some of you could post images of your plants, of your trees, flowers, whatever you saw tonight in Drew. So we'd love to see that. And you can put that over on Order of the Purple Cord at Facebook. We'd love to see it. Well, we're going to close our circle now. And as I said earlier, remember that we still exist over also on the etheric plane. So I want everybody just to join with me now. Close your eyes again. And as you close your eyes, let your inner vision again find you standing in that beautiful circle. Notice beneath your feet the cool grass. Notice beside you people on each side. And as you look across, you see the large circle of members of the order all gathered in their beautiful black robes. You look to the altar and see the silver chalice. You see the flaming cauldron next to the altar on the ground. Again, look up and see the inky dark blue midnight sky and the bright shining silver moon. See the trees at the edge of the field that we're in, blowing gently in the cool night breeze. Take a moment and reacclimatize yourself to the circle of light and beauty and power. Notice the etheric glow that surrounds us, that we're in a circle of light. And now I'm going to step forward. And as you look, you see me stepping forward. In my hand is my athame. I point it to the moon and to honor Mother Goddess. I point it to the earth to honor her in her earth form. And then I walk counterclockwise around the circle. And as I hold out my athame, the light of the circle is absorbed into my knife. And as I go to the eastern quarter, I say, east, north, excuse me, let me start at the north. Thank you, Spirit. North, west, and I'm walking the circle, south, east. The sacred circle is now released. May you be at peace with yourself and with your deities. We thank all the spirits who have come to join us. We bid you hail and farewell. We thank the gracious Lord and Lady for their presence, and to them we bid adieu. Go if you must, but stay if you will. Hail and farewell. And now it is time for us to return to the land of the mortals. And so look before you again and see your friends. Turn to your left and the right. Maybe give a hug or a greeting to each of those around you. Thank them for joining us tonight. Thank you to your coven members. And I say, merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. And as we begin to leave our circle and walk across the field, we see again the spiritual doorways. And you'll see your door back to your realm and walk towards it now. And as you approach it, you can see the golden light. And as you look through it, you start to see the room where you're sitting. And now step through that portal. And again, you find yourself back in your normal clothes, in your spiritual body that is a replica of your physical. And as you look across the room, you see your body sitting in its chair. And so you walk towards your body and just turn around and sit down in your chair as if it's just your physical self. And as you sit down, you merge back into your body. And you're fully united, body, soul, and mind in one. And when you're ready, take a moment, just sit there and reconnect. And you can open your eyes and you'll be fully physically present here and back with all of us again. And when you're back, you may open your eyes and you'll be fully present.
I don't know about you guys, but taking that ride is like, ooh.
See, this is part of the mysteries of the spiritual world, is that, like I said in our meditation, we really are actually on the etheric plane. This is one of the secrets of the craft, that we can work in two places at once. So people will say, well, that was all in my mind. That didn't really happen. No, it really did happen. And there are many people who have done a lot of experiments on the astral plane, and there are realities there that have been actually tangibly brought back to prove its existence. So for those of you who tonight joined with us, you actually got to go to the spiritual realms. And you might say, did I really go there? It seems so real. Well, it did seem real because it is real. And so you're now able to move between both worlds. So for those of you who've never done this, I hope this was a good experience. I tell you, I so enjoyed our ritual tonight. Did you enjoy it, Lord Tony?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I'm still a little bit out of it. I haven't come back fully yet. So
all right. If you're coming back and you're having trouble getting back into the physical, one of the things you can do is clap your hands together. That will anchor you to your body, or stamp your feet on the ground, and that'll help you, So I hope you guys enjoyed it tonight.
Unless you're barefoot and don't want to break a toe.
Yeah, don't break your feet or crack an ankle or a toe. Be careful with that. Euphoria said they loved it, said it was great. All right, some people. Good night, Dionysus. Thanks for being here. Hi, Melanie Miller. Good night, Kathy. Yeah, okay. Well, it sounds like you guys had a great time. Gavin Hines just said, beautiful ritual. I could see the Lord Lady standing observing us from nearby woodlands, blowing a strong ritual. I agree. I could feel their presence too. Well, guys, I hope that you'll keep your icons with you that you made. Put those up somewhere where you can meditate on it. And let this Beltane new nourishment of life give you power now. So I've so enjoyed it. Well, guys, I tell you, I just blink and I don't know where the hour goes,
I know where it went.
Lord Tony, did you bring out that titanium?
It's always sitting right here next to the tablet. So
I believe it. See, we always say, for those of you who are new, Lord Tony works with titanium. And I have this belief that titanium is a time-bending metal. It has some element. And we always feel that the witching hour passes so fast. So I have to blame somebody. So I always tell everybody it's Lord Tony's fault. Poor Lord Tony. He gets it from me every week. He's a good sport about it. Anyways.
Yeah.
Well, guys, listen, I want to tell you thank you for being here. We've had such a good time. For those of you who are new here, even if you're not new here, each of us are professionals in the world of witchcraft and psychic phenomena. Lord Tony is our gifted healer. And I want Lord Tony tell you a little bit about his work before he goes as a healer. Lord Tony, will you tell them about your work and how they can contact you?
Yeah, I'm an angelic energy healer. I have the angels come, surround, and work through me so that we can send the healing energies that you need directly to you. They go anywhere. You can be in outer space. It doesn't matter. They're going to find you. And we'll take care of you the best that we can. Some things I'm sure that we have issues with, but I'm finding all sorts of new ways to work around problems, and things are getting better. I'm having a good time with this, and I look forward to hearing from people. You can reach me by Googling Lightbringer's Angel, or in the description box below is my website.
There you go. So contact Lord Tony and get some help if you need some strength, physical, or spiritual help. He's there for you, and he's done a lot for all of us. Lady Carol, I don't know if you're running your store right now. Are you still selling wands?
Yes, actually, I have 3 wands, and if you hang on, I'll grab them so I can show them off.
Sure. Lady Carol has a wonderful eBay store where she makes custom-made wands. And let me tell you, you're not going to find these anywhere. She hand does all of them. I have one of her wands. I know Lady Angela has a wand, and we all swear by it. You know, her wands are made with love and power. Lady Care, did you want to show us some of that?
Yes. Actually, Lady Angela, I sent her a bunch of wands and she kept them all. But that's a compliment to me. This is one of the wands that I have. I don't know if the light's going to cooperate. This is actually the fairy wand that's on my site right now. And every wand, this is what people question. Every wand is handmade. I literally have to sit and carve these things out. Every part of it, all handmade, and no two will ever be alike. It's just impossible for me to try and copy myself sometimes. But this is the fairy wand for those people who are interested. And if I can get my camera to focus, you can kind of see some of the details on them.
There it goes. Yeah. Oh, you got to talk, Lady Carol.
Okay. But these are just some of the details in this wand. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but the way this wand is made, there are ridges all along the handle right here. And there's a copper wire running all the way from one end down to the tip. And this is to enhance energy. This is just one. This one is an angelic wand inspired by Lord Tony. Literally, it is inspired by you. And it's one that I have on my shop. There are angels in a tree. Kind of like the angels come down to the earth and watch over us. And that's basically what this one is inspiring. It also has amethyst stones in it that are embedded within it. It has a quartz tip on the end. And it also is wire wrapped. Now this one, I believe, is 18.5 inches long. Just to give you guys an idea, this one is about, I think, 15 inches. And this is the one Lord Bob really likes. This is called the Sea Witch's Wand. I wonder why he likes it. And it is made with curved wood. I didn't carve that out, but I found a way to use it. And on the end of it, there are actual seashells, and there's actual sea glass embedded in it. So this one actually does have its own power from the ocean. And if I'll show you some of the details of it, if I can get my camera to focus, all of these details are hand done. And I guarantee you're not going to find any of these on anybody's shop anywhere in the world, because these are uniquely made. And with every wand that I create, there's a certificate of authenticity that accompanies it with my signature on it. So you can check me out at Lady Carol's Wands and More. And this is my site. I don't know if you can see it.
Go back just a little bit, Lady Carol.
Okay. How's that?
Perfect.
It's Lady Carol's Wands and More at gmail.com. You'll find me on eBay under this site. So I hope you go check them out and maybe make a couple of purchases. It will really help me out. And you'll get a great wand that you can have for a long time. Every wand that I make, I triple coat it so that it doesn't fade off, and they're real sturdy. I mean, they're made with polymer clay, and I make sure every piece of this wand is faceted on. So Check it out. Tell me if you like it. If you don't, and if you want a custom wand, you can contact me, and we can negotiate, make it a wand just for you.
There you go. Guys, definitely check it out. You will not regret buying one of her wands. It's an investment in your spiritual work. And speaking of spiritual investments, I am also a professional. I'm a full-time psychic medium. That's right. I do readings all day long. I'm a spiritualist medium and a psychic. And if you want to get on my schedule, you can contact me, and I do private readings. Now, my private readings are an hour long, and it's you and me one-on-one. We can do that by telephone or Google Hangouts or Skype, and you can sit down with Psychic Bob. A lot of you have written to me and said, Psychic Bob, I'd love to spend an hour with you. Well, if you get a private reading, you get a full hour of me and you one-on-one, and we'll cover everything, past, present, future. We're going to look at your spirit guides. I'll bring over messages from them as well as deceased loved ones who come through. We're going to look at your past lives, where you come from. We're going to look at your mission in this life. Where are you going? What's your calling? You know, we're going to find out if you're on your chart or if you should be going a different direction. And I answer, you know, not only all of that, but all of your questions as well. And so I'd love the chance to sit down with you for a full hour and do a reading. Those of you who have sat with me before, I think you can tell people I put a lot of energy and time into the reading, and I give a lot of information for the money. So if you want to learn more about my readings, pop over to my website, www.psychicbob.com, and give me a call. Now, go ahead right now while you got your cell phones, put my number in your phone. You might need it. Maybe not today you need it, but tomorrow or next week. So 703-825-3929. That phone number will be in the info box below, as well as my email. You can write to me, readings@robert-hickman.com. Again, that will be below. And if you get a chance and you want to pop over to my website, I also am a published author, and you can see my books over there. Messages from Rose. This is about my work as a medium with my spirit guide, Rose. Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom, about my work as a Wiccan over 20 years. Psychic Bob's Book of Spells. And if you want to do spells, you could get this book and then get a wand from Lady Carol and then really be in the go. You know, Psychic Bob's Book of Ouija Mystery. So there's a lot of options for those of you who want to get working on your spiritual lives. Have a reading, buy a wand, your energy align, your healing with Lord Tony, and also visit Lady Angela's store, rarewiccaspells.com. She also has spell pages over there and chalices and different items too. So you can visit all of us. We'd love to hear from you. Guys, I have so enjoyed it. We are a little over time, but it's certainly been a special night. And I hope that all of you are having a blessed Beltane. So I want everybody, Lady Carol, you want to say good night to everybody?
Good night, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this evening with us, and I hope to see you next week.
Yay. Lord Tony.
Good night, everybody. We had a great show. I'm glad you all showed up for it, and we'll see you all next week.
Yay. And guys, I want to again say thank you for being here. I love you. We'll be back here next week, same time, same place for the witching hour. And tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Monday. Oh, what's on? What do we do on Monday on Spirit Channel?
Horoscopes.
Yay. Be here. We're going to have our astrological forecast tomorrow and see what is in the stars for you. So be back here at Spirit Channel for that, and be back here next week for the witching hour. You guys are best. I love you. Thank you. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
So motive be.